Hello, welcome back, and let's jump into the video.
And let me get a piece of paper right quick, and I'm going to try to explain to you. And this can tell you how to determine how much or how many cash envelopes you can do at one time. So the first thing you do is figure out your monthly net total, and that is the amount after taxes been taken out of. So once you do that, then you're gonna figure out how much your main monthly bills. And what I mean by your main monthly bills, that is house rent, car payment, gas, food, water, electrical. If you feel like you need cable and Wi-Fi, those type bills, those are your must-have. I would figure that out if you got daycare. So thirdly, you'll compare your bills with net total. And the amount that is left from that is what you're going to use to figure out how many cash envelopes that you can use. Get a ballpark of how much those items going to cost you. Once you do that, then you figure out, okay, how much money do I want to save? It doesn't matter if you don't save but $10 a month. Saving is money ain't but money. Money adds up. When you don't spend it, you don't touch it, it adds up. Okay? So you figure out how much you want to save. And then you go over there and you take that. You always subtract your savings out first. Okay? Then you make a list. But in order to do your cash envelopes, got to be disciplined. You can't just say, okay. You'll figure out which are your want items that you want to purchase first. Which one is the most important. Sometimes I would go ahead and purchase the smaller items first because it won't take long to purchase them or to save up the money to get them. For instance, the watch was my biggest. But once you figured out how much you make a month, bringing in your net total, your bill total, then you figure out how much you want to save. You're going to subtract your saving amount and your bills amount from your net. So say I made $2,000, okay? And I say I want to save $100. So that's my savings. So I'm going to minus 100 and say my bills come out a month to be $800. Okay. So that's going to be $900 from that. They're going to leave me with $1,200. Okay. Which I would never use that much in an envelope. I would save more. So then I would take this amount and I would compare the balance that is left to my envelopes prices. Right now, I'm calculating that a 4 tank of gas would take me to work all week. Because I want to stay 10 minutes away from my house. So, a 4 tank can last me all week as long as I go to work and come right back home. So that's going to be good. So usually I budget at $80. $80 shouldn't take me for the whole month. But I roll it over until I build it up. And once I build it up, I will remove some to savings or to another envelope. So once you figure that out, then you will figure out how much you want to put in your envelope every month to go towards that. One item I need is $20-some. But guess what? I'm putting $2 in there. I got some that is $60. guess what? I'm putting 5 because I'm not in a hurry to get it, but I'm just saving up a little bit at a time. I look at the cash envelopes to me is like a layaway. Let me get my disclaimer in. I'm not no type of financial expert at all. You figure out how long you want to save to get that particular item. If it's a big ticket, then you know you need to put more money in that envelope versus the other envelopes and stretch it out a little longer. That is how I do it. So with the Apple Watch, everybody know Apple Watch high. So most of my money outside my HOA, I had to put that where it is because when that month come around for the due date, I want to make sure I got the right amount. So that is how I determine my cash envelopes. And I have several envelopes made up. I already marked for certain projects. But am I doing all of them at one time? No. I'm doing a little bit of them at a time. There are certain ones that I will always do. Always do. Definitely have to know what you bring in. You definitely need to know what all your bills. And the first thing I do before I do any other pleasure, the first thing I do is pay my tithe money and pay my bills. After that, anything can happen. Meaning that I can do whatever I want to do with my money for that month, because guess what? All my bills is paid. All my bills are paid. And this is what I tell my kids. I tell my kids, because they grown now. At the beginning may be hard. And I try to teach them how to work their money, where they can pay their bills, take care of all their needs, save money, and still award them something. At the beginning, it may not look like much, but still yet, you have to do these steps. Know your monthly net total. Know how much your main monthly bills are. And you have to compare your bills with your net. You just start out with your bills and you subtract. Hopefully, you're not going and making bills and having to pay more than what you make. I'm not going to say that's not possible, because I know it is, because mine was like that. But I serve a good God. But at the beginning, you may not be able to save much. And at the beginning, you may not be able to award yourself that much free spending money. But what you would do is you need to come up with a baseline. And what I mean by a baseline, I mean a baseline for savings. For your savings. That means know what your minimum amount that you want to have in your account. Say for instance, like me, I would prefer, if I can control it in any means necessary, I would want my banking account to get below $500. That is your baseline. Okay? It may not be that much at the beginning, but you always got to start off crawling before you walk. Every now and then you may see a baby take out walking before they crawl. But most of the time a baby gonna crawl before they walk. And that's what you have to do. But then you just maybe the first month you may not be able to give yourself but $10 for a while. But as your account move up to like $1,000, you may want to reward yourself $20 to $30. And as it moved up to $5,000, guess what? Then you can reward yourself maybe $100 or $150. As your savings account grows, so do your what I call free spending money. It grows. So they give you more money what you can do stuff with. You can go shopping a little bit more, buy yourself clothes, shoes. Females can treat their nails. They say, well, males too. You can go get your nails done, your feet done. You get your hair done, your hair cut. You can take trips, and you can take even nicer trips. I may want to go overseas somewhere or out of the country. You know, you can do that. But you have to start off crawling. Unless you one of them lucky people can go out there and scratch a ticket or fill out a ticket and win the lottery. But you got to start somewhere. You have to be disciplined and you have to have patience in order for this system to work. At least that's what I feel like. And the reason why I went to cash envelopes, because I had got into a bad habit, swiping my card. And I would check my bank. Oh, I got some money. Let me go. I go do this. Knowing that I don't need it. And then I used to go in the stores, look at stuff. Oh, this a good price. This cute. Buy it. But I didn't even need it. It's teaching self. You have to teach self. And so that's why I started the cash envelopes. And I love it. And I just started it. And I love it. I just started the cash envelope myself. I said, you know what? I got to stop swiping cards like this. And so I did the cash envelope. So I take the cash envelopes with me. If I ain't got it, guess what? I don't use it and I don't do it. And guess what? I don't feel bad. Because I'm disciplining myself with my savings. What may come up, you have to have yourself some type of cushion. And what I mean cushion is emergency funds. If you have any questions or you don't understand certain things, just leave a comment down below. And I would try my best to explain to you a little bit more in details. Or if you want me to go make another video going over something else more in depth, just leave me a comment down below and I would try my best to try to help you understand this concept and to try to help get you on the right path of being able to pay your bills every month, save your money, and having some free spending money. But, you know, you can't let your pride get in your way. That's another thing. That's a big problem with a lot of people. Pride. Can't let your pride get in the way because your girlfriend's able. But see, you don't know what they doing. They may be spending bill money, but you got to remember, people don't tell you everything. They say they do, but they don't. But just remember, it is possible. It is possible. You just got to know. I don't care if you don't save but 50 cents. Because guess what? In 2 months, that 50 cents gonna turn into $1. But just know it's easier to get 50 cents than $20. Please hit that subscribe button. Please like, comment, and hit that bell so you'll be notified